Probably it's becoming increasingly likely that the Tokyo Olympics would go forward as planned. And as somebody who lives in Tokyo, this is quite a shock, to say the least, because Japan has been under in a deflation economy for the last couple of decades, and used to be Japan economy grew at a higher rate than other countries. It was thought that Japan was kind of a miracle nation, but then the so-called those 10 years and then 20 years and then 30 years settled in, and Japanese economy didn't grow. There was this feeling of stagnation in society, and many young people felt that Japan was not going in a right direction, and simply there weren't so much hope in society. So when it was decided that 2020 Olympics will be held in Tokyo, there was much hope and hype within the Japanese society that this could be a chance to boost the economy and the culture and mindset in the nation again. The last Olympics was held in 1964. That was a time when Japan was undergoing a rapid economical growth. There was much hope that the future would be bright. So when the Tokyo Olympics was decided to come on in the year 2020, many people, especially the elderly ones, hope that they could probably relive the glorious days of the rapid economic growth of the post-war period. But then there were, of course, many criticisms that this was just a fantasy and this was not realistic. We should really think about practical ways to boost the economy and bring the nation forward. So there was this discussion, discourse going on in Japan about the significance of the Tokyo Olympics. But personally, I felt that I heard similar stories about London Olympics, and in the running up to the London Olympics, I heard that there were many arguments, discussions, that this was not perhaps so great for Britain. But I heard that once the London Olympics started, many people were actually fascinated by the sheer elegance and dynamics of the games, and people were, in the end, happy with what happened in London Olympics. So I was hoping, as an individual, that same thing would happen with Tokyo Olympics. These criticisms and dialogues and discordant opinions would probably be overfilled by the sheer excitement of the competition of the athletes, and Japan would experience a period of sheer festivity and enjoyment, even if the Olympics itself can't stimulate the nation's economy so much. That will be okay, because as far as we have this moment, or really precious moment of shared experience, that'll be okay. But now it looks increasingly unlikely that the Tokyo Olympics would go forward as planned. And you can imagine that is that the effect that really gruesome effect that is having on the Japanese psyche. It's an unimaginable disaster. If you walk in the streets of Tokyo, you see many constructions going on as preparation for the Olympics. The Tokyo station is being refurbished. New buildings completed, and you see banners and flags and ads and promoting the Tokyo Olympics, and it was hoped that many people from all over the world would come to visit Japan, and but all these things seem so uncertain now. So it's such an extraordinary feeling of disappear and anxiety in Japan. Of course, this situation is traumatic for all the people in the world, and life and safety are foremost concerns. But I'm just saying that for Japan, this situation is affecting the mindset of the people in a really special way. And I hope things will settle down, and maybe it should be postponed, but in a few years from now, within a few years, I hope that the Olympics would go forward, even if it's delayed, and probably we can celebrate the possibilities of our lives and the result of a really coordinated effort to overcome these difficult times. And then it would not be only about Japan, but about the whole world.